Hello, everyone. This is Doris Su, best-selling multi-genre author with the passion for harnessing the beauty of words with music. Check out my books and music at dorissue.com. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving, everyone. Today, I'm going to share with you an article I published on Medium about gratitude, titled It's Thanksgiving, Why We Should Take the Time to Say Thanks, and more often, what Thanksgiving means to me, and the 3 things I'm grateful for. Today is Thanksgiving in Canada, an annual holiday Canadians have celebrated since 1879. It wasn't until 1957 that Thanksgiving was proclaimed an annual event to occur on the second Monday of October, making it an official statutory holiday across Canada, apart from the Atlantic provinces. So, what's the history behind the holiday? And why does Canadian Thanksgiving lack global attention? The history behind Canadian Thanksgiving goes back to the Indigenous peoples, who had a history of holding communal feasts to celebrate the fall harvest. Nowadays, the Canadian and American holidays are no longer restricted to harvest activities and have become a day for gathering with family to give thanks. Despite having very similar origins to American Thanksgiving, Canadians don't have the Pilgrim backstory to mark their first Thanksgiving. Canadian Thanksgiving is much more low-key than its American counterpart. In the United States, Thanksgiving is one of the biggest holidays of the year, as seen by the massive parades organized to celebrate the occasion. Canada's only Thanksgiving Day parade is the Kitchener-Waterloo Oktoberfest parade, broadcasted nationwide, which in terms of magnitude is nothing compared to the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade in New York City. Canadians don't have a Black Friday or a Cyber Monday around our Thanksgiving, offering heavily discounted items by retailers and online. Although a few stores have tried to emulate Black Friday deals for marketing purposes, the enticing doorbuster deals are never as good as the real Black Friday ones. We try, though, so I have to give Canada a bit of credit for their efforts. But try finding a Canadian that won't admit they love those big bargains online thanks to the American holiday? Impossible. Clearly, America wins out when it comes to Thanksgiving. So, what does Thanksgiving mean to Canadians? It's simply a holiday that focuses solely on food, friends, and family. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Honestly, for both countries, Thanksgiving, when you remove all the fancy bells and whistles, is a holiday that aims to remind us about the importance of gratitude. Some might wonder why we should take the time to say thanks. Well, I'm going to tell you exactly why. The phrase thank you carries more meaning than you could imagine, and I'm going to dive into this by sharing a tidbit about my life. My family has never been big on celebrating any particular occasion. Even our Christmases and birthdays have been quiet celebrations growing up. However, Thanksgiving has always been a time when we make sure to thank everyone. A pat on the back, text message, phone call, or note of appreciation. Whatever the method, the purpose of these gestures of gratitude is to let others know that they are valued in our lives. Often, we forget how important it is to say thanks, and we don't say thank you as often as we should. I know I don't, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Personally, I feel that thank you is the most underappreciated phrase because it's appropriate for practically any situation, yet we probably say so many other things or just avoid it altogether. People don't seem to naturally say thanks to people all that often because many fail to see the expected value of that action. We tend to underestimate the positive effect of gratitude because most of us assume that people already know they're appreciated. If we share a genuine word of thanks, it might sound cheesy or make things awkward, so why say it at all? And that's exactly the problem. Frankly, this is how I see it. It doesn't matter whether we articulate our expression of gratitude well or over-dramatize our words of thanks. However, if we don't say it, we don't let others know how much they are appreciated. Yes, others might say it's unnecessary, but does it really hurt us to say thanks a little bit more often? There is no shame in saying thank you. as long as you say it with sincerity, your thanks can go a long way. Whenever we say thanks, we spread positive vibes and let others know we appreciate them for who they are, what they've done, or what they mean to us. The power of those words has a dramatic impact on how we relate to others. Our ability to sincerely say thank you gives warmth to those around us and helps us build connections that can last a lifetime. Saying thanks is how we build friendships and relationships, show respect and appreciation, and grow as individuals. But with everything in life, there are two sides to saying thanks. And I don't want you to forget how we should respond when we're the recipients. When we are on the receiving end of gratitude, we should also return those kind words with a thanks. Receiving compliments should be enjoyable, so don't ruin the experience by devaluing the statement or acting overly humble. Accept compliments with grace by simply saying thank you, so you can fully acknowledge it and enjoy the moment as well. Even if we are speaking about something with negative connotations, we must try our best to slide in a word of thanks. Here's a perfect example to explain my point. If you're running late, rather than giving a lame excuse or apologizing blatantly, just say thank you for your patience. Thanking those who still waited for you, despite your tardiness, should be acknowledged. Plus, it's a better approach to praise their patience and loyalty too. So, if I haven't demonstrated the power of thanks, I might need another article to dive deeper into the situation to convince you. But for now, let's return to focusing on the season of thanks and gratitude. Today, on Thanksgiving, let's take the time to reflect on our lives. Think about the big things, little things, and all the things in between that you might regularly take for granted. Mentally create a list, and if you named people, make an effort to send them a message of thanks. A simple text message or phone call to check in on them is plenty to show that you care. It might seem unnecessary, but trust me, these messages serve a greater purpose during this time of the year. You want these people to know that they are appreciated. And even if you feel uncomfortable saying thank you directly, the message comes across when you connect with them during Thanksgiving. After thinking about all the people you care about in your life, think about yourself. Be grateful for anything that can be seen as a positive, like good health, having a job, your personality, or even your grandmother's quilt that makes you nostalgic. Sometimes we feel uncomfortable saying thanks, and if the previous exercise of listing things you might take for granted didn't include any people, that's okay. We must learn to practice gratitude, and I recognize that it's not easy for everyone. I've been practicing it all my life, so it's innate. Though, never forget about the power of these two words, thank you, and try to begin encouraging yourself to say it more often. Remember, being thankful shouldn't just be for Thanksgiving. So even if you're not ready to say it to others, make sure to say it to yourself. When we can find gratitude in our own lives and be thankful for who we are, it'll be easier to see all the wonderful things and people around us. Naturally, we will begin to be grateful. Eventually, we will be willing to say thank you. I am thankful for family, friends, and passions. These three things are what I've been grateful for yesterday and today. And the same three things I'll be grateful for tomorrow and always. Together, they make me who I am. And I want everyone I've ever interacted with who falls under these three categories to know how thankful I am for being a part of my life. Life hasn't been an easy journey, but I'm grateful for how far I've come and all the people who've joined me along the way. Although everyone hasn't stayed on my journey, the mark they've left on my life is forever. Be thankful this Thanksgiving. Share your thanks with others. Practice gratitude daily. And most importantly, say thank you to yourself. If you like my article, make sure to like and comment on Medium. And show your support by following me so I can continue writing more of what you love. For more inspirational content, life advice, writing tips, music or book recommendations, or random thoughts, visit my website, dorasue.com, for more details. Thanks for listening.